Hey, what's up guys? Today we have a Empire Resurrection Autococker, and it is in pretty darn good shape. I have all the barrel backs for it, and these barrel backs are not bad. The sizes are pretty decent on them too. And I've had this one for a while and decided to let it go. So people will ask, well, is this really an autococker? Is it an autococker made by Wargame Products? Absolutely not. Does it meet Wargame Product specs? No, not everywhere. Can they be, do they work? Can they be fun? Can you do cool stuff with them and have fun with them? Yes, you can. Something great on these, the trigger and trigger frame's not bad. It's got a good crisp feel to it. Inception makes a lot of parts for these guns that make them even better. And I would say then put them in the same realm as, you know, many other nicer autocockers if you were to go that route. They are 11/16 valve. So what's cool with these, and the reason why I considered keeping it, was to put the new die Lazarus valve in and then hit up Angry Paintball for the Jenny Craig hammer and lower the pressure a little bit. I think that would make these things sing. And you know, why bore out a Wargame Product body that's not already 11/16? You know, that's 9/16 to do that. So with this and the Empire Sniper, you could do that and check it out and see if you like it without making a big investment in machining another autococker. So anyway, so on these guys, I'm using a Haymaker reg. It's a really nice, like, purple pink acid wash reg, but on these regs, the pin sticks out a little far. So you'll see, let me show you maybe. If you have this issue, you can get shorter pins from them if this is an issue on any of your guns, but it sticks out a little bit. And if you were to put this in all the way, you would hear it leak, but it's not the gun and it's not the reg, really. It's the pin on the reg, essentially. So watch, I'll show you. So this happens sometimes on my Bob Long guns too. You've seen them on here. Where you push this in, hear it leaking. But even now when you close the ASA, it airs up and there's no leak. So the only other leak I've seen on here is, like, you know, when I took this out and hadn't played with it for a little while, you know, it was leaking a little bit around the macro line. You fiddle with the macro line a little bit, get it to line up, and the leak goes away. So you can see there's no leaks. It airs up. This tank is what? About 1,000 PSI left in this one. So let's see how she shoots. I've got a die rotor on here and some really horrible paint, as usual, that I use for testing. But if it doesn't work with horrible paint, it won't work with great paint, right? So it's dimpled, it's out around. There's multiple dimples on this. Look at that one. That's got a football thing on the end. And usually, in my experience, the rotors don't really feed this paint really well. But my Revy, I didn't have battery in it, and the force feed on the die hoppers works a little bit better on the autocockers. Just if you were, now usually on an autococker, I just throw a Revy on them, and it's fine. It's good enough for me. I don't have to shoot that fast, you know. And I think it's easier on paint when you don't use a rotor, and it's more, the other hoppers are a little bit more tolerant of out around paint like that. So I may turn on the rotor. My shark fin's not working, I just noticed too. Nothing going on in there. It's probably disconnected somehow. But anyway, I may cycle the power button on the hopper if it stops feeding for some reason. But without further ado, let's see how it shoots here. When I don't short stroke it, I will say that in general, these trigger frames and the setup that they've done makes it a lot harder to short stroke these, but you can still do it as you've seen. But it functions, it cycles, it's timed. Let's see where it's at on the chrono here. The ultimate test, I say, usually on these. Because you can make these look like they're shooting and you chrono them and they're like at, 200 PSI or something, or 200 feet per second rather. So let's see where we're at. That's 268. 265. I can't believe with this paint. 261, pretty consistent right there. I have not tuned it. There's a good ball and a good paint barrel match, probably up at 276. So not bad. One more. 274, just so you know, it's not a fluke. I always test all these things, as you've seen, before I let them go back into the wild. I don't want anybody getting one and being disappointed. Just a public service announcement, as always. Cock your autococker style gun before you air it up, or it will leak down the barrel, as everybody should know by now who's used these. But some people are looking to get in for the first time and they don't know. You go in, what's wrong with my gun? It's fine, nothing wrong with it. Anyway, this is complete in the original box with all the barrel backs and goodies and stuff that would have come with, in good condition. So there it is, Empire Resurrection Autococker.